In news from Jamaica, the government has chided the opposition for wasting money carelessly while it was in office. Speaking in Parliament at the closing of the budget debate last Wednesday, Finance Minister Audley Shaw gave two examples of how the former People's National Party, PNP, mismanaged public funds. Finance Minister Audley Shaw noted that the Urban Development Corporation sold the Oceana Hotel in downtown Kingston to the Downing Street Group for $385 million. A price, he says, was below market value. However, he says another arm of the government is spending $400 million to renovate the same building.
The same building that the UDC, one arm of government, sold to a private sector entity for $385 million. Another arm of government turned around and is now spending $400 million for renovation and alteration for office space for an office of the Accountant General, I believe, for the Ministry of Finance. Government is now spending $400 million on the same building that we have sold for $385 million. Right? To create an office for the Accountant General. Now, we are not begrudging that they need office space. Obviously, they need it. We are looking, Mr. Speaker, here at the economic value of the transaction. Because if $400 million is being used, not to refurbish the whole building, just the ground floor. The ground floor, one floor. And if we were going to spend $400 million from one government agency to refurbish one floor, would have been better if we just transfer it from UDC, sell it for $1 to the Accountant General Department, and then they would put in the first $400 million to start fixing up the place. Don't end there. Doesn't end there. So that is being spent. But now, the AGD has signed a rental agreement with the new owners for 10 years at a rental rate of 1,774 Jamaican dollars per square foot, making it a total of $90.9 million annually for the 51,253 square feet of space on the ground floor.
Minister Shaw questions to whose benefit the sale was made, citing blatant disregard for fiscal responsibility on the part of the former government.
From the day that the refurbishing finished and the department moves into the office, they start to pay the rent, $90.9 million a year, with annual increases programmed at 7.5% per year. In addition, Mr. Speaker, to the monthly rental, the lessee must pay their proportionate share of common expenses, maintenance. We don't have a figure for these expenses, as according to the lease document, this will be estimated by the lessor at the beginning of each year and the lessee so notified. We don't even know what the maintenance cost is going to be. The lessee must also pay its own monthly parking of $9,000 per stall with an annual increase of 7.5%. Mr. Speaker, we have to ask the question, is this good value for the Jamaican people? No. It's scandalous. Or is this government mismanagement at its very peak?
Meanwhile, the former government's handling of the situation surrounding troubled bauxite company Noranda also went under the microscope.
We were left completely incredulous to find that the former Minister of Finance apparently allowed a US $5 million letter of credit, which was issued on behalf of Noranda to pay the government of Jamaica the company's bauxite levy, to expire in December of 2015. Without making a claim on that irrevocable letter of credit. It has expired. $5 million US, which we could have drawn down in December, was not drawn down.
Well, the opposition spokesman sought to defend himself.
All matters regarding to the revenues, the financial transactions entered into by the government of Jamaica are not the remit of the minister. They are the remit of the public officials responsible. For the member to suggest that I either received or had in my care the letters of credit is misleading the House.
Mr. Speaker, I have absolutely no difficulty in withdrawing any suggestion that the minister himself was in possession of the letter of credit. But it would seem to me, however, and I withdraw it in that circumstance, and it would seem to me, however, Mr. Speaker, that on a matter of such gravity, $5 million letter of credit, 665 million Jamaican dollars. We all know what that could do in communities, in roads, in bridges, in water supply systems, in poor relief, in low-income housing. We know what that could do. And all of that money down the drain, fiscal recklessness. And the Minister of Finance ought to have known about it.